Hi students. So in the previous class we have discussed about the introduction of income from house property. So here listen ma, the house will be used for residential purpose. Okay, nothing but mainly in case of residential purpose. Here we will deal with the house should be for residential purpose. Okay, and the house should be self-occupied or else it should be let out. Self-occupied or let out. Okay, two ways once you have to see. So here under let out means nothing but the house is given for rent purpose. The house is given for rent purpose. So if suppose the house is given for rent purpose, totally how many situations we have once you see here. Okay, if suppose a residential house is there and that house is given for rent purpose, so these are the 7 situations. These are the 7 situations. Nothing but 7 types of problems will be there. So what are the 7 situations once you see here? Situation 1, when the house is let out throughout the previous year and there is no unrealized rent and vacancy of the house. So here mainly to do the question, okay, nothing but it comes under which situations. If suppose a question is given, so that question comes under which situation. To identify that, first of all you have to know about these all things. Okay, so once you see this sentence ma, when the house is let out throughout the previous year and there is no unrealized rent and vacancy of the house, means throughout the year, previous year. What is the previous year for us? 2019 and 20 is previous year for us. So in this previous year, total the house is given for let out. It is okay, there is no unrealized rent and there is no vacancy also. Means unrealized rent means what ma? Nothing but the rent which is not recovered by the tenant, that is called as an unrealized rent. Vacancy means what? The house is left vacant, that is called vacancy. Okay, so here nothing but total 12 months the house is let out. Total 12 months the house is let out. It is given for rent purpose and total rent has been received by the SSC. Nothing but owner. Who is SSC here? Owner. So this is situation 1. Okay, next coming to situation 2. Let out house unrealized rent for the current previous year and the house is not vacant during the previous year. So the house is given for rent purpose. Total 12 months the house is given for rent purpose, but what happened means there is an unrealized rent. There is an unrealized rent means 1 or 2 months the tenant is not paying the rent. Nothing but the rent which is not recoverable. So that is called as an unrealized rent here. Okay, what is situation 2? Total the 12 months the house is given for rent purpose, but there is an unrealized rent. Vacancy is not there. 12 months the house is given for rent purpose, but there is an unrealized rent. Okay, next situation 3. Let out house is vacant for some period during the previous year. There is no unrealized rent. Means what? The house is given for rent purpose, but some period the house is vacant, means 1 or 2 months or 3 months the house is vacant. So remaining months the house is given for let out purpose and there is no unrealized rent. Means in this situation there is no unrealized rent, means there is only let out and there is only vacant. Next situation 4. Let out house or property, house is vacant for some period and unrealized rent is also there. So house is given for rent purpose, even some months the house is vacant and even there is an unrealized rent. Even unrealized rent is also there. Okay, individually each situation I am going to explain, and for each situation you have a problem. Okay, next situation 5. The house was vacant for 12 months during the previous year. Total 12 months the house is vacant. Total 12 months house is vacant. Okay, next, if the house is situated in metro cities means what? Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta. These comes under metro cities. Okay, house property situated in foreign country. If a house is situated in foreign country, so these are the 7 situations. In these 5 situations are very important to the problem. Okay, and each situation I am going to explain separately. ఓకే, నేను ఒక్కొక్క సిచ్యువేషన్ సపరేట్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. సో జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. ఒక్కొక్క సిచ్యువేషన్ అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ డీటెయిల్గా చెప్తాను వీటి గురించి. సో ఈ సిచ్యువేషన్స్ వస్తేనే మీరు సమ్ చేయడానికి మీకు ఈజీ ఉంటుంది. ఇవి రాలేవు అంటే మీకు క్వశ్చన్ అర్థం కాదు, చేయలేదు. ఓకే, సో నౌ see the first situation. What is the first situation? Once you see, when the house is let out throughout the previous year and there is no unrealized rent and vacancy of the house. So when the house is let out, కదా అయిపోయినాయి కదా. హౌస్ ఇస్ లెట్ అవుట్ త్రూ అవుట్ ద ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్. అంటే మనకు ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఏంటి 2019 and 20 ఇస్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఫర్ అస్. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ మొత్తంలో హౌస్ రెంట్కి ఇచ్చారు. అక్కడ అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ లేదు. అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ లేదంటే టెనెంట్ రెంట్ కట్టకుండా ఉంటారు చూడండి, దాన్ని అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ అంటారు. అంటే ఆ రెంట్ ఇంకా రాదు, దాన్ని అన్రియలైజ్ రెంట్ అంటారు. సో అలాంటి రెంట్ కూడా ఏం లేదు. సో ఇంకా వేకెన్సీ కూడా లేదు. అంటే టోటల్ 12 months రెంట్కి ఇచ్చారు, 12 months రెంట్ రిసీవ్ చేసుకున్నారు. నథింగ్ బట్ ద హౌస్ ఈస్ గివెన్ టోటల్ 12 months ఫర్ రెంట్ పర్పస్ అండ్ ఈవెన్ రెంట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో రిసీవ్డ్ ఫర్ 12 months. So that is situation 1 here. If there is no unrealized rent and there is no vacancy means. Okay. So here in the previous class I have said we have two conditions for let out: rent control at applicable and does not applicable. So for two conditions here we have to calculate the GAV. So how we have to calculate GAV means, first you see here ma. Okay, in case of rent control act does not applicable or not applicable, in case of rent control act not applicable, how we have to calculate the GAV. Okay, gross annual value, how we have to calculate. Once you see step 1, calculating ERV, which ERV means expected rental value, which is higher of the following two amounts. So here first of all we have to calculate the ERV. For calculating ERV, okay, what we have to do, we have to take MRV and FRV. We have to take MRV and FRV. Okay, so now what we have to do, MRV, FRV. In this MRV, municipal rental value and fair rental value or a similar building value. In these two, which amount is higher, that will be the ERV. Okay, and next coming to the calculating ARV. ARV is equal to, ARV means actual rental value. ARV is equal to rent received plus rent receivable plus or minus special adjustment, or else rent received plus rent receivable or outstanding rent. If any outstanding rent is there, that if we are receiving that outstanding rent, so that we have to add for rent received. Okay, next step 3, calculating GAV, gross annual value, which is higher of the following two amounts: expected rental value, ARV. Expected rental value, here we will be getting the higher value, so that value, and ARV step 2, nothing but ERV, ARV, both we have to take in this higher, that higher value will be the GAV. Okay na. సో GAV ఎట్లా వస్తుందమ్మా, మనకి ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్లో ERV వస్తుంది కదా, ERV ప్లస్ సెకండ్ స్టెప్లో ARV వస్తుంది కదా, ARV. ఆ రెండిట్లో ఏది హై ఉంటే అది ఏమవుతుంది, ఇక్కడ GAV అవుతుంది. సో ఇది ఎప్పుడు రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ నాట్ అప్లికబుల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకోటి రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ అప్లికబుల్ అయితే క్వశ్చన్లో మనకి రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ అప్లికబులా కాదా అని ఎలా తెలుస్తుందని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి కదా. సో హియర్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ మీన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఐడెంటిఫై దట్ వెదర్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్ కమ్స్ అండర్ రెంట్ కంట్రోల్ యాక్ట్ ఆర్ డస్ నాట్. సో first, if suppose in the question the standard rent is given, then it comes under rent control act. If suppose the question the standard rent is given, then it comes under rent control act. Clear? Adi gurthamma meeku. If suppose in the question the standard rent is given, then it comes under rent control act applicable. If it is not given, it comes under rent control act does not applicable or not applicable. Okay, first step 1 same, we have to calculate the ERV, and step 2 what we have to, here step 2 will be changed calculating adjusted ERV. Here we have to calculate adjusted ERV, which is least of the following two amounts. ERV and standard rent. ERV and standard rent. Least amount you have to take. Next, the least amount will be the adjusted ERV. Next, calculating ARV. Rent received plus rent receivable plus or minus special adjustments. Step 4, calculating GAV, which is higher of the following two amounts: adjusted ERV and ARV. Adjusted ERV where we got in step 2, that amount we have to take, and ARV step 3. In these both amounts, whichever is higher, that will be the GAV. Okay, so these are the rules for calculating GAV. Okay, for situation 1 it is. Okay, if rent control act does not applicable, these rules. If rent control act applicable means these rules. Okay, okay, now you see the question mark. So once you see this question, see here, Sri Durga Prasad is the owner of a house. Let out the house for 10 years on 15th May 2012 on a monthly rent of 7,500 and received 2 lakhs non-refundable deposit interest. Earned a deposit is 12%. So here Durga Prasad, what happened? He is the owner of the house. He has let out the house on 15th May 2012. 15th May 2012 for a monthly rent of 7,500. For how many years he has let out? For 10 years. Okay, Ram? For 10 years he has given for rent purpose. Okay, when he has given on 15th May 2012. Okay, so for 10 years he has given for rent purpose, and monthly how much rent it is 7,500, and received 2 lakhs non-refundable deposit. Why? Because for 10 years he is giving a for rent purpose na. So what happens there, we has received, even he has taken a deposit that is not refundable. Okay, on that how much interest he is earning? 12%. Okay, per annum 12% interest is earned. See, the municipal valuation is 80,000 per annum. Okay, FRV is 75,000. FRV is how much? 75,000. Okay, Sri Durga Prasad incurs the following expenses: municipal taxes, repairs, interest paid on the loan taken to purchase the house, 16,000. During the previous year, rent received for 10 months and balance is due. During the previous year, rent received for 10 months and balance is due. Compute income from house property. Okay na? So by seeing this question, what we have to do, what we can observe, here there is a very vacancy. No, here there is any unrealized rent. Here there is any unrealized rent. You can say that here balance is due now, only 10 months rent he has received, but balance is due, you can say. But this is not an unrealized rent. Okay, just it is a due. Later on he will pay. But unrealized rent means the amount which is not recovered from the tenant, that is called as unrealized rent. ఓకే, ఈ క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తే మీకు ఏం అర్థమైందమ్మా? 10 years ఒకటేసారి 2012లో రెంట్కి ఇచ్చేసిండు, 10 yearsకి ఇచ్చేసిండు. అంటే 2012 నుంచి 2022 వరకు రెంట్కి ఇచ్చేసిండు. అంటే ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ కూడా వచ్చినట్టే కదా. అందులో ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఏంటి మనకి 1920. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఆల్సో కేమ్ నమ్మా ఫ్రమ్ 2012 to 10 years means 2022. సో ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ ఆల్సో కేమ్ ఓవర్ దేర్. సో హియర్ వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్? మంత్లీ రెంట్ హీ ఈస్ రిసీవింగ్ 7,500 and 2 lakhs is non-refundable deposit. Okay, on that he is earning interest how much? 12% he is earning interest. Okay, municipal value MRV is 80,000 per annum, FRV 75,000. Okay, and municipal tax is 10,000. రిపేర్స్ మనకి ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నాం. మన క్వశ్చన్లో చాలా ఉంటాయి, మనకి సమ్కి ఏం కావాలో అవే తీసుకోవాలి. క్వశ్చన్ చూసి పెద్దగా ఉంది చిన్న అన్ని కన్ఫ్యూజ్ మాత్రం కావద్దు. సమ్కి ఏమేమి ఇక్కడ ఈ ఇన్కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ హౌస్ ప్రాపర్టీకి మీకు ఏమేమి అవసరమో అవి మాత్రమే తీసుకోవాలి. సో క్వశ్చన్ చూసి మాత్రం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దు, ఇవి ఎక్కడెక్కడో తీసుకోవాలి ఏంటంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలో అవే కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పేడ్ ఆన్ లోన్ టేకెన్ టు పర్చేస్ ది హౌస్ 16,000 he has given. Okay, rent received is 10 months and balance is due, means outstanding rent is there. What is there here? Outstanding rent is there. Okay, income from house property we have to calculate. So once you see here, so before that, see whether it comes under Rent Control Act applicable or does not applicable. So in this question the standard rent is not given. If standard rent is not given, it comes under Rent Control Act does not applicable. Rent Control Act does not applicable. Okay, and how we can say that it is situation 1? Because totally the previous year the house is let out, there is no unrealized rent, there is no vacancy. Yes or no? So then it comes under situation 1. Clear? So first we have to calculate. Once you see here, first calculating ERV, expected rental value, which is higher of the following two amounts. Okay, first MRV, and next question is calculating ERV, which is higher of the following two amounts. First MRV, next FRV. So MRV, how much he has given in the question? 80,000 and FRV is 75,000. So in this both higher value will be ERV, that is 80,000 will be ERV. Okay, higher value we have to select and that will be the ERV. Next step 2, calculating ARV, actual rental value. For calculating actual rental value, rent received, how much of rent they are receiving per month? 7,500 into 10. So 7,500 into 10 is how much? 75,000 plus outstanding rent. Still how much how much the owner has to receive? 2 months rent he has to receive. So 7,500 into 2 months, so 15,000. And non-refundable deposit is there, namma. Okay, so non-refundable deposits 2 lakhs divided by 10. So why I am calculating here 2 lakhs divided by 10 ma here? Why? Because per year the non-refundable deposit is 20,000. Okay, why? If it is refundable we won't take here, but here it is non-refundable deposit na, so this one also will calculate under rent ARV only. Okay, so 2 lakhs divided by 10 years. Why? Because the rent is given for 10 years, so 2 lakhs divided by 10, so 20,000. Now add, so ARV is how much? 1,10,000. Okay, ARV we got. Next, calculating GAV, which is higher of the following two amounts. ERV, how much we got ERV? 80,000, and ARV, how much we got? 1,10,000. So GAV is equal to, the higher value will be GAV, that is 1,10,000. Okay. So yesterday I have explained the pro forma regarding income from house property. See the pro forma. Computation of Sri Durga Prasad income from house property for the assessment year 2021. First GAV. GAV, how much we got? 1,10,000. Municipal taxes 10,000 he has given in question. If municipal taxes are paid by the owner, then only we have to take ma. Okay, 1,10,000 minus 10,000, 1 lakh will be the net annual value. Next, deductions. Deduction. Compulsory, the standard deduction we have to take. Standard deduction we should calculate on net annual value. On NAV we have to calculate. Okay, for all the questions same thing. NAV, on NAV we have to calculate 30%, that is fixed. Okay, 1 lakh into 30%. Okay, standard deduction in section 24A. 1 lakh into 30% means how much? 30,000. Next, interest on loan taken for construction or purchase of the house. Only that one we have to take. If suppose interest on loan taken for any other purpose, we should not take. Only in case of purchasing or construction of the house, only in that situation we have to take the interest on loan under section 24B. So directly has given the question 16,000. So 16,000 we have taken. So 46,000. So income from house property is how much? 54,000. Okay, clear? This is income from house property. Okay. Now see the one more question. On 2nd 4/19, Srimati Maheshwari purchased a residential house in Madurai city for rupees 33,50,000. For this, she took a housing loan from South India Bank at 8% for 8% for rupees 12 lakhs, and the balance amount is adjusted through her past savings. Okay, so what happened in 2/4/2019, Maheshwari, she has purchased a residential house. For how much she has purchased? 33,50,000 she has purchased. So for that purpose, she has taken a loan from a bank. Okay, 12 lakhs loan she has taken, and every year she is paying 8% of interest for that. Okay, 12 lakhs into 8% interest she is paying. So here no need to consider this amount, residential house amount, and no need to take this loan amount. Here what is required for us? Only this interest amount is required. Okay. Next, the house is let out immediately and other particulars are under. MRV he has given. Okay, a standard rent he has given, municipal taxes he has given, rent for similar building he has given, rent received he has given. So standard rent he has given. If standard rent he has given means it comes under Rent Control Act applicable. Okay, Rent Control Act applicable rules we have to use. Interest due for the year on loan taken to construct the house is paid fully. Higher charges for the furniture provided to the tenant is 30,000. Okay, higher charges for the furniture provided to the tenant is 30,000. Compute income from house property for the assessment here. So after seeing this question, first of all we have to observe that this question comes under which situation. First you have to identify that this question comes under which situation. Okay, so here you have to see that the house is given for rent purpose or not. Yes, the house is given for let out. That is clear. There is any unrealized rent, you have to observe it. No, here we don't have any unrealized rent. And next, what we have to observe, is there any vacancy or not? No, here we don't have any. Here we don't have any vacancies. So by that, what we can say? What we can say, here means it comes under situation 1. So first we have to identify situation. Okay, so it comes under situation 1. After that, what we have to see, whether it is comes under Rent Control Act applicable or not applicable. So standard rent is given, so it comes under applicable. Clear? So like this you have to identify the question. Okay, so now we are see the answer. First, calculating ERV, which is higher of the following two amounts. MRV 1,75,000 and FRV 2,75,000. So the higher is 2,75,000. Okay, FRV, from where we got similar building value he has given. The similar building value itself is nothing but FRV, fair rental value. Next, step 2, calculating adjusted ERV, which is the least of the following two amounts. ERV 2,75,000 we got. Standard rent in the question how much he has given? 2 lakhs. So adjusted ERV will be 2 lakhs. The least amount we have to select here. Next, step 3, calculating ARV, rent received. Rent received how much? 2,10,000. From that, even he has received nothing but the owner, he has taken higher charges. So those higher charges we have to deduct. Furniture, okay, furniture should not be taken under rent received, so furniture we have to deduct. So 2,10,000 minus 30,000, so 1,80,000 will be the ARV. Okay, next step 4, calculating GAV, which is higher of the following two amounts. Adjusted ERV, how much we got? 2 lakhs. ARV 1,80,000, so the higher value is 2 lakhs. Okay, GAV we got. After getting the GAV, next same process again. GAV 2 lakhs, municipal taxes 20,000 he has given, minus it, you will be getting a net annual value. Standard deduction on this net annual value 30% you have to calculate. You will be getting a standard deduction 54,000. It is 54,000. Next, interest on loan. Interest on loan, how we have to calculate, ma? Loan 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs into 8%. 12 lakhs into 8%. So 96,000. Now both you add 54 plus 96,000. Okay, 1,50,000. Deduct it. So 1,80,000 minus 1,50,000. So 30,000 will be income from house property. So this in case of situation 1. Okay, ఏ రోజు ఆ రోజు నేర్చుకోండి అమ్మా, లేకపోతే తర్వాత ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. ఓకే.